Sorry guys, there's going to be a part 2 to this video. My alarm clock went off, making sure I was awake during this time because I have a client in 30 minutes. So my alarm went off and it shut off my video. So there's going to be a part 2 to September predictions 2023. Anyways, when stuff is building up within you, it's got to come out. And oftentimes it actually makes things a lot worse. So the best time during the Mercury retrograde, there's usually a day or two during the retrograde where it's a good time to bring up or work through something, or maybe make a major decision if necessary. Maybe that's a good day to sign a contract. That day is going to be September 6th, 2023. So a little bit of a break that day from the retrograde, or maybe you can resolve stuff, make a decision, whether it's the results are good, the results are challenging. Sometimes it is what it is. That's going to be a day where communication will be clearer. Decision making will be more logical. People will be able to use their head and their heart, things like that. So something to keep in mind here. And I'm going to pull another card, the Nine of Air. Oh, going back real fast. Two of Air, that is the Two of Swords in the tarot deck. And the World is the World in the tarot deck. The Nine of Air, Nine of Swords in the tarot deck. Many of us have been having a hard time sleeping, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. So not only do we have the Mercury retrograde, which feels like it's a full moon every day for like a month, we literally just had a blue moon. So we had two full moons in a single month last month, and we're still feeling the effects of that right now. Financially, people are still working through some pretty serious financial stuff right now. Even people who are millionaires, zillionaires, have a lot of money, they're even having trouble right now. And it may not be necessarily a lack of money, it just may be their money's tied up with something. There could be a lawsuit going on. There could be serious investment problems going on right now. There could be a lot of fraud or something along those lines. But people are feeling it right now. Now, this is not going to be a forever thing. This is actually very temporary. We're just really feeling the heat financially right now, all of us. And we are going to get through this. Hang in there. This is a time where you may need to ask somebody for help. Say, hey, you able to help me out a little bit here with something? You know, money is a bit tight right now, and it's okay to ask for help. Whether it's ask for somebody's time, ask for somebody if they would be willing to lend you some money. Whatever the case may be, maybe you're the one that is able to help somebody in need right now, and you trust them enough that they're going to pay you back. And I'm not giving financial advice, anything like that. We can only do what we can do. Again, use your head and your heart. This is all just guidance. But bottom line, we're going to get through this. You should start seeing after the 9th of this month things getting better. So keep that in mind. Again, the 9th of September, that's what I'm seeing, and that's why we had the Nine of Air. I am going to pull another card here. Speaking of money getting better, good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. So there's people who are wanting to go back to school or learn a new trade or even take a workshop, get a certification. Doesn't mean you're going to a huge major university, but maybe you're looking to get another certification or something like that. Maybe you're looking to level up in something. But money matters will get better. And there's a lot of people right now who are maybe beginning college and they are realizing, hey, I want to do something different. Sometimes when you start taking certain courses, you meet people, you experience things where you're receiving signs that, hey, I feel guided to do something different. So this is a time people right now are really considering changing majors and things like that, and that's okay. Sometimes life experience is what teaches us, hey, we thought we were going one direction and we realize we actually want to go another direction, or we are being put on a different path. That happens. It's okay. Change oftentimes is inevitable. As long as you are happy, you're using your head and your heart with it, go ahead. Do it. You're your own authority. Let's see here. September, we're going to be seeing lots of butterflies this month, which are signs sent from our loved ones and our angels, our fairies, our spirit guides, that our guardians. They're letting us know that they're receiving our thoughts, they're receiving our prayers, and they're also interceding for you. And they are also doing what they can on the other side to help you on the path that you're on right now, whether it's changing or you're staying on the one you're on right now. Watch for a lot of the yellow butterflies and the monarch butterflies, especially this month. And those are also signs of change, signs of peace, signs of hope. And no matter what you're going through right now, or that you will be going through, you're going to get through this. You're going to be okay. This is definitely a good time for reflection, a good time to read, to start writing, to really go within right now. Very good time for that. 5 of Earth, fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. This goes back to where people are maybe having a hard time financially. They may need a little bit of help, or they may need to delay some things or cut back on some stuff. Whatever the case may be, maybe this is guidance that it's time to take on another job, change jobs, maybe even relocate. It's okay. And change can be scary at times because our egos our egos automatically turn to fear whenever there's a big change or an unexpected change. But it's actually an answer to prayer in disguise. The world isn't perfect. Life isn't perfect. People aren't perfect. And because of that, change happens. But with that change, a lot of good can and often does come from that wouldn't have happened if you stayed on the path you thought was right for you. And it happens to all of us. And sometimes this is where you just got to have a little bit of faith. And I mean, I know you guys experience what I experience sometimes, which is like, what the hell? What is going on here? I have no idea how I'm going to be able to afford this, or change that, or accept this, or whatever it is. You don't have to know how you're going to do or get through something. Sometimes it just seems like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, but that's where we need to have faith. And that regardless of whether we get what we want, or maybe it's not what we wanted, but maybe it's what we needed, which is better than what we wanted. God's ways are always better. I always see that. No matter how resistant I am to change, I always see that God's way is always better. And some things are meant to be. Some things just aren't meant to be. Maybe they were before, but not anymore. But you're going to get through it. The worst thing that you can do is get into that fear-based mindset where you start making decisions based on that are all fear-based, and you actually go further down the rabbit hole. And I've done that before, and it sucks. So this is a time to ask for help, ask for guidance. I've been getting a lot of phone calls lately about changes and direction, and people needing to know, hey, should I accept this job or should I stay where I'm at still? Should I accept this new job or that new job? Should I stay here or is it time for me to relocate? Which would be better for me and my family? And I tell them exactly what I see. I look into whatever I can, and I always make the best prediction, even if it's not what you want to hear. It's what I really see. So don't shoot the messenger, please. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and pull one more card. The Wheel, Archangel Michael. There's a lot of miracle energy floating around right now. A time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. The wisdom to accept help from others. Maybe that little bit of help that you need. The situation, that is exactly what you were guided to do to change your situation. You could pay this person back in a second. You can set up a payment plan even before all this happens, and you don't know how it's all going to fall into place, but again, God knows. And we don't have to know how, we just need to be willing. And the law of attraction will lead us to where we need to go. What's not meant to be, the doors are going to close. Things are going to fall apart. What is meant to be will come together. You will be guided to it. And again, that's where sometimes you just got to have a little bit of faith and ask for signs. If the signs all show, okay, this is inevitable, I need to make this change. If the signs are showing, okay, things are opening up for me, this is good, I'm on the right path, that's often a sign that things are improving with whatever path that you're on right now. And whatever situation, whatever your subject is, I should say, whether it's family, love, moving, homes, large purchases, accepting this job, that job, stay married, get divorced, stay married longer, try to work on stuff. Maybe it's time to move on. Whatever it is. You will be guided. The signs will show you what is meant to be and what is not meant to be. So keep that in mind. I don't believe in bad luck. And when people try that with me, I say that's really sad that you believe that, because a lot of people, it's so amazing how so many people, they tell me, oh, I trust God. I always trust God. God's got me taken care of. But yet I spend 80% of the reading or more working through all their worries. You say you trust God, but then you're obsessed and worried and trying to control the inevitable. That's a bit of a contradiction. And you can't have it both ways. So if you find yourself as one of those people, I'm not being judgmental towards you. I'm just discerning. It is what it is. You know, if you want to make a change, you may have to face something that you didn't even realize that you were doing, or maybe you gotta swallow your pride and realize, man, I do need to change my attitude. And changing your attitude doesn't mean that you stay in a toxic environment or an abusive environment or abusive religion or relationship. That's not what I'm saying at all. That has nothing to do with this. It's just, I think that you guys get the picture. That you get it. Best way to put it. You get what I'm saying. I don't want to maybe keep beating a dead horse here. But I think I'll pull one more card, and that's it. 9 of water. Your wish comes true. Concerns fade away. A love of life. So this does not mean that stuff beforehand may not have went the way that you thought. God's way is always better. Your wish will come true. You won't feel like you settled. You'll realize that you were guided here. Imagine, like those flies. There's flies that they're in a window pane and they're getting all bloody, beating themselves up on, trying to get out of this window and until they die. When there may be beside them an open door, if they just step back or stop for a minute, looked around, took a little bit of a break, and realized that there's a door right there they just fly right out of. How many times, I know I've done that, where it has to be this way. I can't do this. I work too hard for this. So no, I've come so far. I don't want to look bad. No, this is the way it is. And I realized, man, I'm making it a lot harder for myself, when if I would have just slowed down and realized maybe there is a different way, the door's wide open over here, this is what I'm meant to do. And that's where my freedom is. Think about that. If I do it, I'm no better than you. You're no better than me. We make mistakes. We're human. We like to have tunnel vision. That's what our egos want us to have, is that tunnel vision. But ask yourself, maybe, is there a better way? Maybe there really is a better way. Man, I was doing that when I was begging God 15 years ago. Don't let me be gay. I want to marry a woman. I want to be with a woman. I want to be attracted to a woman. And I begged God and pleaded, and I did everything in my power to worship, serve, do what I was supposed to do according to religion and what I was brainwashed in, and many other people are brainwashed in. And I was that fly trying to make this happen. And I was beaten down, bloody, bruised, tired, and I had to accept it's not how I was made. Just like a lot of other things in my life, it's like, this is not me. This is what I'm told I'm to be. This is what others expect of me, but this isn't who I really am. And that door that was right beside me was wide open. And I didn't realize it at the time, and I went out that door. And I realized, man, that's where my freedom was. That's where I was able to freely be who I am, and realize, man, there's so much more than that window I was trying to break through. There's so much more out here. And had I not done that, you guys wouldn't be talking to Psychic Greg Stanley. There would not be a Psychic Greg Stanley. So sometimes you just got to have a little faith. That is the predictions, guidance, and whatnot for this month. And any of you guys looking for a private reading, PsychicGregStanley.com. The phone number's on there. Text or call for a reading, 808-518-7154. And I'm happy to do a session for you in person, over the phone, over video chat. I do WhatsApp, all of that. And then I'm going to be several places throughout the country these coming months, working a lot of the psychic fairs and whatnot. I'll be in Columbus, Ohio this upcoming weekend. I think it's the 9th and 10th, or 10th and 11th, whatever those days are. Saturday, Sunday, Columbus, Ohio. Body, Mind, Spirit celebration. I will be there. So getting ready for that. But get on my Instagram, Psychic Greg Stanley. You'll see upcoming events and whatnot. And talk to you then. Love and light. Bye, guys.